save the king!
Hello, my name is Thomas. Welcome to British Culture. Albion Never Dies. Today I'm looking at On His Majesty's Secret Service by Charlie Higson. King Charles III has been crowned. I went down to London to watch the festivities from Hyde Park. All went very, very smoothly, and Charlie Higson's novel tells us that's all thanks to one man, Mr. Bond, James Bond. It is 60 years since the release of the book On Her Majesty's Secret Service, so this was a book intended to mark that anniversary, along with, of course, we're in the year that's 70 years since the release of Casino Royale. Charlie Higson is a perfect choice to do this kind of thing. I first came across him thanks to his young Bond book, Silverfin, which really grabbed me. I think he's a magnificent writer. I think he's somebody who really captures the spirit of Fleming whilst being very much his own entity as well. There are things that are changed in terms of the tone. I think it's a lot more accessible than some of the Fleming novels, especially, of course, with the Young Bond series to younger readers. I was very curious because that series was very much set in the interwar era, the one that shaped the literary Bond, whereas this book On His Majesty's Secret Service is contemporary. It's set in our time, and there's references to contemporary events, contemporary people. It's very much a book for this year, and it's a short book, just about the same length as The Man with the Golden Gun, so it is kind of a novella, really. I very much enjoyed it. I like how he updated James Bond whilst keeping his essence. Now, there are some people who suggested in the media that the current James Bond films are being made by people who are a little bit embarrassed by who James Bond is and what he is. This book is not embarrassed, but isn't making him out to be a saint or a devil. He is very much a man. I really think he writes the character wonderfully well. As I say, the Young Bond series captured who he was in the literary sense. I think this one really captures a James Bond for the modern day. I think this could almost be a template for James Bond movies going forwards. It reads, well, it reads well. Does it read like a movie? I'm not sure, but I could see this being adapted. It is wonderful. It has a strong villain in the Fleming tradition, an eccentric, but also with somebody who has, well, I won't even spoil it. I'll just say I like the villain. I like the subset of villains. I like all the cast of characters that James Bond comes across and works with. I like the locations. I like everything about this book, and it is a book for now, but it is also a book that I think I'll go back and reread. As I say, the coronation went well. It was a wet day. It's not the first coronation in the rain though, but I am so glad everything went as well as it did. As I say, I was there. There's a link to my podcast, my field report from a field. that link is in the notes below this video, but I very much enjoyed Charlie Higson's book, and I won't say too much. I've read it cover to cover, and I would just recommend it. I'll leave it at that. No spoilers, I'd say. If you like the movies, if you like Fleming, you're gonna like this.